Good morning, Turning Point. It's great to be with you this Tuesday morning. And yes, we're here to bring in the day, to declare the goodness of God as we get around the Word and prepare ourselves for what lays ahead. As I said, last weekend we had a great time of missions. But you know what? Missions doesn't finish in one day. Mission goes on. I don't know whether you had a chance to have a look at that video that they put out for missions with Taylor LeBroy singing. Have a look at it. Listen to it. Share it round, because I think we're going to lift the vision that God has put us here for a great mission. In fact, I want to encourage you as you're getting around this week, doing some exercise. Well, while you're doing that, pray over the houses. Start to believe that we're going to see souls getting saved in all these places. I had a revelation the other day when I was out praying. The revelation was about Revelation. In fact, the book of Revelation that we have today came only as a result of John being locked up. We call it locked in, locked down. Well, in that time, the blessing of God flowed. So make sure you see that this is a time where we can rise up. Let's listen to the word in a few moments, and remember this, to pray one for another. Pray that God moves and does an incredible thing across this land and across the nations, and listen to the missions report at the end of this message as well. Bless you now.
Well, welcome to day 12 of the Turning Point reading plan, Pursue God. Today's reading is from Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm reading from verse 4. The Lord said, Jeremiah, I am your creator, and before you were born, I chose you to speak for me to the nations. I replied, I'm not a good speaker, Lord, and I'm too young. Don't say you're too young, the Lord answered. If I tell you to go and speak to someone, then go. And when I tell you what to say, don't leave out a word. I promise to be with you and keep you safe, so don't be afraid. And that should be a comfort to all of us. And how many of us know that life doesn't always go to plan? I don't think anyone knows that better than I do. We make plans, we have dreams, and we can be disappointed with the way that life turns out. Our ways are not his ways, and God's plans are not our plans. We all need to do one thing, and that is to trust God no matter what happens in our life, because he knows what he's doing. Remember that the way God shaped you reveals how he wants to use you. In other words, if you want to know what you're supposed to do with your life, you've got to look intently and deeply at the way God has wired you. Who would have guessed that in 2020 we would all be confined to our homes because of a pandemic? God knows it all from beginning to end. My motto in life is expect the unexpected. Trust God with your life and his plan. He won't let you down. So God bless you and have a great day.
Greetings from Rwanda. My name is Tasi Ann Mutabirwa. It's my husband and the pastor of Shiloh International Outreach. As you know, Rwanda is like any other country in the world, was affected by COVID-19. Actually, the total number is 1,729. But right now, the number of deaths are just 5 people, and 829 are still sick. As a church, we were affected because majority of the church members where we are casual workers. So it was difficult to get a job where to dig, washing clothes for people, because we were affected by COVID-19 lockdown. So the big problem now in Rwanda is hunger. People are hungry. So what we did as a church, we tried to provide food to those less privileged ones, but also we did not forget the teen mothers, which is a big problem in Rwanda. We also provided food to teen mothers who actually don't belong to our church, but we live in the same sector. In the community where we live, different from where our church is and different from the church members. So the biggest challenge is, as you know, is that after lockdown, no fellowshipping, churches were closed, schools were closed, children learn online, but poor children don't have that access to internet or TV. So also the church, most of our members are poor and they don't have a radio or television, so reaching them has become very difficult. But to those who are accessible, we try to minister online through WhatsApp, and also with other pastors we preach online to keep the word of God going on. So as my husband says, we are renting, and right now they are using it as an excuse not to open for us.
Renting the church hall.
We rent the church hall, and while they are visiting many churches, opening few, they use an excuse that we are renting, and the big challenge now is to construct according to the requirement of the government. So thank you so much. We have hope and we are praying that this too will end. God bless you.